All right. Well, thank you everyone so much for being here tonight. Welcome to New Year Nourishment, our 30, 60 to 90 day health transformation. My name is Camille Ferguson, and I am really excited to be here tonight and host this call, welcoming you all. So I wanted to just do a brief overview of what the group is going to really entail over the next 90 days. We're going to keep this as an open container. So if you know anybody that you would love to do this with, there is opportunity and plenty of time to join us. And, you know, maybe you've just signed up for 30 days, but we have found that including this as a lifestyle for 60 days, 90 days, this becomes part of who you are. And that's where life-lasting changes really start to set in. I personally have been using these superfoods for over 2.5 years, and my life has completely transformed. Okay, Papa, sorry, I got a little guy here, here's some tape. And yeah, so I just want to encourage you to just stick with us and enjoy this this group transformation and this setting that we have created for you. So we're going to be focusing on really deep nourishment of the body through these organic superfoods by incorporating them into what we're doing on our daily lives. Some of us may be coming in that just want to feel better in their bodies and they don't want to make any dietary shifts. And that's okay. This is actually subtraction by addition. So by adding this into your life, you are going to start making healthier choices on your own. We're also going to be focusing on nervous system care. So really focusing on tools and daily habits that help to support the nervous system, because we know that many of us are under tremendous amounts of stress. So we'll be offering tips on that throughout the course of the 90 days. And then we're going to be doing some fun stuff too. We're going to be educating on the 3 pillars of health, and we will be hosting 3 different workshops throughout the 90 days. These are going to be calls that you can invite friends to. And in fact, our first call is going to be on January 26th, where Miss Rita Jean, that opened up our call tonight, is going to be sharing on the science of iridology. And this is an amazing tool that we can use to look at the different tissues and organs and genetic inheritances that show up in our body. And you can see what's going on in the body in real time with iridology. So she's going to just be going over that briefly in that workshop. So that, again, that's January 26th, and that's going to be at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. We're also going to be sharing daily lifestyle tips in our Telegram thread. So this is a place where you can just pop in and check out what has been shared throughout the day, ask questions, and just feel really supported as you start to integrate yourself into the community. We're going to be sharing recipes, and there's also going to be weekly support calls. We work in a community of regenerative health practitioners, and every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, there is a free live question and answer Zoom where you can come and get deeper support from an actual certified health practitioner. So that is such a huge value that we're offering you guys as part of this transformation. And then we're also going to be just really connecting in as community, and this will be a place where you can find accountability and deep connection with other people and start to build healthy relationships. When I first joined this community, it was like starting a new family, and I've made so many amazing relationships since incorporating these superfoods into my body. So it's just been a wonderful experience, and I'm so excited to share this with you all. So I'm sure that many of you that are here are really excited about this, and I would just love to hear. We can kind of do a popcorn style if you want, or raise your hand, but just pop off and share one thing of maybe an intention or why you're excited, or maybe a goal. So I'm going to just kind of turn it over to you guys. If it's stirring in your heart to just say one word, please share. This is how we get to know each other here. So I'm so excited to be here with you guys.
I'll say something. I would like to say consistency. I want to have more consistency, and I feel like having advocacy behind me or with me, it'll be very helpful to have a group of people.
I love it. Thank you, Shannon. Does anybody else want to share either in the chat or come off mute and just share a word or an intention that you'd love to get out of this experience?
I'll speak. For me, it would be more of I guess, a healthier relationship with food and just work on getting my sugar issues under wraps. So.
I love that. That's beautiful. Yay. Well, you're in a supportive community for that. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
This is Kelly. I hope you can hear me. I'm actually driving, but listening. Can you hear me? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, great. So I am so looking forward to the recipes and just getting inspired. I've been enjoying Purium for a year, and I want to just dive deep and be reinvigorated and inspired by the community, by the recipes, by integrating it in fun, colorful, yummy ways.
I love that, Kelly. Thank you so much for sharing.
This is Pete. I would like to focus on gut health and following up and retaining new and existing customers.
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks, Mary, for inviting me. Looking forward to it.
Yay.
I'd like to share something because I've done 4 of these. So I'm really excited to kind of sit back and observe the changes that occur. And applaud everybody for those changes because it takes an open mind to do this.
I love that, Laura. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I see in the chat we have healing my relationship with food, nervous system support, adrenal support, and overall support to dig deeper. I love those. So thank you. These are beautiful intentions. And yeah, if anybody else wants to share or share in the chat, it's nice to kind of be seen and held in this community space, or set that intention for yourself.
Well, I will say I'm actually trying to get my fibro under control and get back in a healthy lifestyle. So I've done this before, and I'm really looking forward to it. Amy's reached out to me, and I'm just looking forward to this whole new year, all transformation all around. I'm looking to fix a lot of stuff. So
Yay, Stephanie, I love that. Do you have a word for this year yet? Have you thought about it?
not right offhand.
Hey, Rita.
Hi,
Hey,
Bob.
So I actually started another ULT about a week ago, and I am really excited to do it because the first 3, which were last winter, so repeat in the winter, were something that taught me that if I can control what I'm eating, I can control almost everything in my life. So you can see I'm set up here for some people to come over and share this information with them. So it feels so good to see my friends get healthier, and it's really, really satisfying.
Yay, congratulations, Bob. I love that. And you have such a beautiful story and transformation. And thanks for helping so many on this path. And it is very empowering. That's one of our goals. And
Yeah, it was really easy for me to do this business because of all the weight I lost and how much different I look. And living in a small town of Telluride, knowing these people for years, it was like, what happened to you? Let me tell you.
yeah, it's powerful. Aw.
I got a few more things to cook.
Thanks, Bob. Beautiful. So yes, ULT is short for Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. And if anybody else that didn't get to share wants to, go ahead and put it in the chat. And I wanted to open it up to just some tips from those of us that have done this before. And I would say my top tip is you can't mess this up. So Amy's going to go over your transformation with you and go through it with you so that you can, see the layout of it. But my main tip is you really can't mess this up. You're just adding in whole food nutrients and superfoods. And even if you just add in the superfoods and don't change anything else, you're gonna really start to reduce inflammation, reduce cravings, increase your energy, support your nutrient absorption, support your gut health, and everything will shift from there. And then my other tip is if you notice yourself craving sweets, add more fresh fruits into your life. That's your body asking for fresh fruit. If you find yourself craving salty foods, add in more fresh veggies into your life. And throughout this program, what I love about it so much is you're just flooding your body with these dense nutrients. And what happens is you start to get a cleaner slate where you're able to listen to your body and your body's needs. So that's one of my favorite things from this program is you get to really tune in and clearly hear what your body needs. So that would be my top tip. Have fun, enjoy, try and get as many beautiful colors in as possible, and we'll have some great recipes along the way. And I want to pass it off to any other leaders that want to share a couple tips.
I can share my tip. My biggest tip would be prepared. I volunteer at the co-op, so I shop once a week and I come home and I make sure I wash everything and I cut everything up, because when you are hungry, you just are going to grab something. And if that fruit needs to be washed still, you might be tempted to go in your cupboard and grab something else that's not fruit and vegetables. So just having those healthy cues all set up. There's sometimes where I've even usually I prepare when I'm doing this, but if I have stuff that would be tempting, I box it up and I put it in the garage. I just get it out of the house even so that it's just out of my sight line when I was doing this. So that would be the biggest one, I think.
I'll piggyback Amy because mine was also be prepared, but in the superfood sense. So I wanted to show you all how I come in the morning. I see my superfoods just sitting there. So that helps me not go to the toast right away, not go to whatever it is that I think I want. But I know that I am way better off for my whole day, setting myself up this way and going straight to my products. And I also have my water bottles set here, ready to go, measurement. And I've been doing this every day for about 4 years now. I understand and have memorized the dosage for each product, but to get started, I think it's really helpful to either get a Sharpie and just write the dosage you want to take or what's recommended on the product, or do a sticky note or whatnot. So that can be some quick flow for you in the morning.
I could. Yep. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Laura.
Well, I was going to say, I love, and Mary Beth got me onto this, that if we wake up, we're at our most acidic. So I have warm lemon water and my aminos and Biomet are right there. And like Rita said, you can't do it wrong. So for me to like wait 2 hours and wait 2 hours, my day doesn't work that way. And it wouldn't happen. The point is to get it in your body every day consistently. That's when you see the results, you know, a consistent minimum 3 weeks, you'll start seeing the results probably in a couple days, but you really start seeing it. And so every morning I just boom, there's my warm lemon water, there's my biomed and aminos. My shake is right there ready to go. I put it in, I add water, I'm out the door. And for folks that forget to take the apothecary at night, I always suggest putting a spoon by your toothbrush, but honestly, you can just add it to your shake too. It's not as if it's going to make you go to sleep because it's the only food that contains melatonin. It's in your body. So when your body is ready to go to sleep, that melatonin is there being generated in your body by the apothecary.
I could go next. I would say that anticipate success. You don't know what success is going to look like. And sometimes you think, well, I want this to happen and this to happen and this to happen, but anticipate that there's going to be successes. And sometimes it's in hindsight. I know for me, my first ULT completely wiped out 19 years of shoulder pain. And it wasn't until a few days later that it was like a 2x4 to the head. I have not had any pain, but I had blown past that and had to turn around and look, 4 days in the rears and say, wow, it's been a while, because I felt so good. So anticipate, and you don't know what it will be like, what it feels like to feel good and what it looks like to look good until you've done the work. I would say the other thing too is anticipate your hunger. Try not to leave the house without resources. Your superfoods and supplements can go everywhere you can go very easily. So know that if you're going to step out of the house, like me, I'm just coming back from coaching skiing. There is no reason I can't have 5 super aminos in my car or an extra power shake, that sort of thing. So just anticipate being successful, but also anticipate your hunger and your needs by being prepared.
I'll piggyback off of what Rebecca just said, because with that goes consistency. And so, we're human, and so we might not be consistent or 100% all the time, but being consistent over time and really following the schedule and plugging it into your daily routine can make a huge difference. So for me, on my first ULT, I just incorporated in the nutrients consistently in the same way every morning. So I would wake up and take my 5 aminos and then go for a walk and do my gratitude and meditation, and then take my power shake and biomedic. And it just became part of my morning routine. And that consistently over the first 30 days made a huge difference, to the point what Rebecca was saying, I started noticing shifts within 3 to 4 days. So the more consistent and more of a routine that you can build for yourself, the easier it will be to follow. And then you can also probably more quickly see results in your body too.
Similarly to what, now I can't remember who said it, but having the superfoods out on ready to go, apologize, I'm driving, is that, having fruit and veggies, fresh veggies available on the counter, is great, especially if you have kids, because a lot of times, because that food is there, they will also go for it. So they rather than having to open the refrigerator door or the cabinet door, it's really great to be able to just, get the thing that's right in front of you, in front of it. And so, those things are great. I carry a bag with me. It's just a Sam's Club little, it's not that little, but bag with me that has my superfoods in it. And you can put them in different containers, small containers with little scoops, or just keep a set. A lot of times will just keep a set of spoons in that container. I feel like it's helpful. And that way, no matter where I'm at, as long as I can get some access to water, then I can mix superfoods up and for any condition. When I flew from Kansas City to California and back, and that was my main food. And luckily I had it because on my layovers on my when I had to stop, there wasn't any time. I had to run to the next plane. So if I hadn't had that food, I wouldn't have been able to really eat anything except what they had on the plane. So just having things at your fingertips, I think, is really good. And if you do eat something or do something mindful that you feel like is against what you're wanting, it's okay. Don't forget that that's perfectly fine. It's not, and that you're, just get back on track. Like if you get off track, don't just go, oh, well, I got off track, so I'm gonna go ahead and have the whole sleeve of cookies. Like, no, you eat the cookies or you do the thing, you don't do your journal, you don't do something that you wanted to do, you felt like you should do, that keyword should, don't worry about it. Just go water on the duck's back, let it go and start over. It's okay. Like, that's just okay. And that's just like a bicycle. You get on the bike, you're probably not going to ride it the first time you get on. This is no different. Like, you're going to have times possibly that you're going to go, I'm eating a donut, whatever it might be, or I'm not doing my journaling today, and you just blow it off. So whatever it is that you feel like you did, maybe it's not wrong. Just get back on track.
I'm going to piggyback off of that because I used to be a sugar addict. And when I was falling off the bandwagon of the ULT, I would go back to sugar. But I was starting to congratulate myself on not eating the whole sleeve of cookies. I would congratulate myself on just leaving a little bit. And eventually that little bit turned into more and more, which then turned in me being really honest with my body and really in tune with how I was feeling after I was eating those foods, to the point where like they didn't start crossing my mind anymore because I didn't want to feel like that. I only wanted the good stuff, the superfoods, because that's what was really nourishing my body and making me want to propel forward. But it didn't get there, right away. It was those baby steps and me being my own cheerleader instead of my worst enemy. So keep going forward is my best tip.
I love it. Thank you, everyone, for sharing such beautiful tips. Amy, do you want to go through a brief overview of the kit for everyone? And then we'll close it out here in a few minutes. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. So, I'm going to do this really quick. If you have deeper questions on your schedule, and you can customize this with the person that brought you here too. So, but in the morning, like Laura said, warm room temperature lemon waters, first thing to take your super amino 23s. You can take 5 in the morning at a time, or you can space them out if you please too. So these will digest in 23 minutes. It's really great to take these on an empty stomach. And then do some movement, walking, you want to get your lymphatic system moving. That's the goal here. So lymph massage, you can do that yourself. I'm sure someone will drop that in the Telegram thread sometime this week or something. Then when you get hungry, your next thing would to be your Biomedic and your Zinc Aid and a power shake. So the power shake, well, let's start. The Zinc Aid is 2 in the morning, 1 at night. And the Biomedic, you can start slow, or you can just do the 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening. That's probably the most normal thing that everyone's going to be doing. The power shake, the full dose it says on the label 5.5 tablespoons. I always say 5, because then you end up having a little bit of heaping, and then you have that full 60 rounds in your ULT. If you do 5.5, I feel like I end up getting shorted and I don't have enough shakes. So 5 is fine. Feel it out. If you need to even go slower and start with 3 tablespoons or 4, depending on where you're at with your health journey, that's fine too. I like it with just regular water. I think it's really pure. This is such a high vibrational food that we have with the grown in regenerative soil, that I would suggest using it with just mixing with just water. You won't mess anything up if you do add like coconut water or blend it with some fruit. I know sometimes, depending on your job, you don't have time to have multiple meals or multiple snacks. So maybe making it more rich with calories and more have your fruit in it. You can do that too. So then you would be eating, when you get hungry after that, you're going to start with fruit. I think it's a really great goal to try to get fruit all the way till about noon. And then you are either having a really fresh salad, a raw meal, wherever you're at on that journey. You can look at your food resource guide for ideas and tips on your meal. You can have that at lunch when your digestive fires are the hottest, or you can have that at dinner and have your second round of nutrients, which would be your aminos and shake at lunch. So, and you can flip-flop that. So I like to remind my clients, like, so if you're going out for dinner, you have an activity at night and you know that you're going to be eating out, the most important thing is getting these nutrients in. So if you were normally doing your meal or your shake at night, put your shake at lunchtime, to make sure you get all of your rounds of nutrients in. And then in the evening, though, do another biometic and another zinc aid. And then at night before bed, you're going to be doing your apothecary. So this is another tip I love. So I have this glass and I've been using this for 2.5 years. So I have it marked where 1 tablespoon is and where 2 tablespoons are. 2 tablespoons is where you're at a ULT when you're going through the full 30 days. The 1 tablespoon is when you're at maintenance. Hi, Stella. And during day 11, we're going to start the super cleanse R, and this is the deeper parasite cleanse or colon cleanse. And if you're not ready at day 11, that's okay too. Say you have a wedding or something that falls in that day, maybe look at the dates and move that to a safer time. This is going to be like the cleanest 10 days that we're going to be doing. So those first 10 days, just get really good at incorporating your nutrients in. And that is a really fast schedule. So thanks, Rita.
Yeah, thank you, Amy, so much. So getting 2 rounds of shakes in a day, either for breakfast or lunch, or breakfast and dinner. A couple rounds of your aminos in, which are going to be strengthening, giving you that endurance. And yeah, then the rest, you're just making sure that you're not hungry. So getting in plenty of calories. You should never be hungry on this transformation. If you are, just add more calories in. So there's no restriction whatsoever. But yeah, and then we have great recipes, and just enjoy and have fun with it. If you want to kind of go deeper and kind of speed up your cleanse, add in more fruits. If you want to slow things down and just focus on deeper nourishment, add in more veggies. If you just want to focus on like lifestyle transformation, you can go all across the boards, from fruits to veggies to cooked foods. Just find that right balance for you. And enjoy. And we're going to have the Telegram support feed going. So make sure you're in there for recipes and tips. And then we have our regenerative health app in there as well, for like the weekly calls and such. So does anybody else have any questions? That's just getting started. No. Yay. Well, I'm really excited and looking forward to doing this with everyone. And of course, reach out to the person that invited you for, more specific tips and questions. And then we're all here collectively as a group to support each other and cheer each other on. And so it's going to be amazing. So thanks everyone for being here. And Amy or Camille, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
I just wanted to say thanks, everybody. I'm really excited to have you here and get to know you all. So appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening.